North Vancouver's Capilano Canyon holds many sights to see, this being one of them. They call this the cliff walk. You climb down the spiral staircase and look out from the platform, and there is this narrow set of stairs. All this chrome and meshing, and you start down. You feel the air suddenly become lighter as you look around, and you're standing there at the top of some trees, halfway up others, and for the first time you can see a wall that you've never seen before. As you walk down the final set of stairs to the walkway below you, you realize just how narrow it's getting. The 3 boards below you are barely 18 inches wide. The only other things in your field of view are the handrail and the mesh that they chose to go invisible, so that you could look straight through it without it interfering with your view. It's very disconcerting. Scott and I belong to a photo group, and this week's competition theme is curves, and we thought that this might have some good locations for curves. Maybe a little vertigo as well, but that wasn't the theme. The whole attraction is designed to give you that feeling that you're surrounded by nothing but air, and it does a very good job of that. The sense of vertigo is quite overwhelming in places, and yeah, I'll admit it, I never took my hand off that handrail. This is one of the pieces of the cliff walk that is, how shall we say, very unnerving. Because of the narrow floorboard, you really do look down a long way. It's probably 100, 110, 120 meters to the canyon floor below. This being one of the few days that it hadn't actually rained and the light was pretty decent, we thought we should get out and try and get something for the competition this week. But I'd never been on the cliff walk. It's quite astounding. I don't have a problem with heights. I've done a little bit of mountain climbing and rappelling and that sort of thing, but the feeling you get when you're walking around here is totally different. But if you come to Vancouver, this is a pretty cool thing you should try. It's a little expensive, but hey, you only live once. This isn't Vancouver's high season for tourism, so we were very fortunate. The park was virtually empty today. Going back to the vertigo, yeah, it's quite a long way down. The next piece in this little adventure is a little unsettling because there's a glass plate. It's really not glass plate, it's an acrylic glass mixture, and it's totally bomb-proof, but that doesn't do your mind any good when you can look straight through the piece of floor you're standing on. As you can see, it's a little disconcerting. Scott looking at the floor, trying to keep his balance. And yes, me doing the same thing. I'm holding onto that rail for a distinct reason. While you're on the board, the vertigo isn't bad, but when you're stepping and you're looking down, even though there's almost 2 inches of clear, you still don't have that safe feeling. So I've just about had enough of this myself, so let's continue on. Scott informs me the cliff walk holds one more piece of visible flooring. Only this one is slightly longer. The glass floor extends away from the main walkway some 12 feet. And luckily for me, they had put rubber down because it was too slippery with the rain. Otherwise, it would have been just about impossible for me to get out there. You couldn't see the glass, but your brain still knew it was there, and it was still very disconcerting when you walked out there. Anyway, that's a brief glimpse of the cliff walk at Capilano Canyon in Vancouver.